Hello and welcome to my first podcast. My name is Max Röck and you're listening to Forgive. Nothing is more hindering than hate. This podcast is about my journey from mediocrity to mastery. My learnings along the way, tips, tricks, as well as exercises to get a heart faster. Potentially your shortcut to true mastery. Today's story. I used to take past events and focus them or project them forward as the new normal. That's something which didn't work, something I didn't like, or something which really made me angry or disappointed me in myself or in others. I expected to happen going forward. That is the norm, that it's normal, that it happens that way. So I expected that everything which happened to myself, to others, to people around me, will simply just repeat itself. It will happen again and again. And that's just what I meant to be. I wasn't able to believe that I'm worth more than I used to be. I didn't believe that I'm capable of more than I used to be capable of. But it all starts with us. I knew I had to forgive myself what I did in the past or what I didn't do, regardless in which way, and also forgive others. I have a tattoo on my chest, which if you're watching the presentation on YouTube, you will be able to see. It says, every saint has a past, every sinner has a future, and that's what I strongly believe. Every person we are looking up to had struggles, misfortunes, failure, done mistakes to get to the position where they are. And every person we might look to in a bad way, with a bad eye, we hate, we may disagree with, or who has probably done something or might have done something dishonest in the past or in a current moment, they also should get the chance to change, to be a better person, and they do have the chance to be a better person. And that's what that tattoo and that phrase means to me. So we don't, and we shouldn't, and we never should be for much longer than maybe the initial moment when we do something or we don't do, be angry at ourselves. Maybe dislike ourselves for a certain moment. We are all humans, we all make mistakes, we are all not perfect, and that's good. There's no real perfect in life. There's only a process of constant learning, improving, and becoming better, becoming a better self, doing things we really, really love. And if we do so, we will become better. If we dislike what we do on a constant basis, we're not able to get anywhere. We dislike, we sabotage ourselves. Embrace your imperfection. Every little mistake you do, you can be grateful for, because that one you won't be doing again. And if you do, it's very certain that a third time it won't happen, because even the slightest chance, and that just happened to me last week, that something could go wrong, you have seen going wrong in the past, you will make sure, and you've been looking out for every single detail to make sure it's not gonna happen again, regardless if it has impact on you or any other person around you. He will make sure it's gonna be right. So embrace that. If you forgive others, you will see you will be able to forgive yourself easier. If you disagree with someone in a meeting, in a confrontation, doing anything, say yourself internally, I forgive you. If you're disappointed of someone who told you he will be helping you, he will be there at a certain time, or if you try to, acquire a new business partner, try to find a new partner in your life, and you're disappointed of something which you expected to happen, forgive the person which disappointed you, but also forgive yourself for the expectation you had, which might not have been right at the time. If you feel anger towards the other person, say to yourself, I forgive you. If you're annoyed of someone because someone does the same thing over and over again, doesn't answer a question, forgive the person. And if you have repeatedly done the same thing over and over again to expect a different result from that person, don't you think it might also be your fault that you're not seeing a different result if you keep repeating the same thing? So forgive yourself and that other person. And what we have to truly ask ourselves is the anger, the annoyment, disappointment, is that what we want in life? Is that really what we are looking for, what we're searching in life? Is that the thing we are chasing? We are getting up off our bed every morning. Is that the thing we work so hard constantly, all the time? Is that the thing we want to chase for the rest of our life? Or is that something which triggers something in us during a certain moment which just annoys us? That's what we really have to ask us. We have to focus on the feelings we want to have constantly, right now, because that's the only time we can influence. And if the hate, anger, disappointment against other people, about ourselves, is that the feeling you want to have? Is that where you want to put your focus on? If it is so, then keep doing it. But if it's not, you have to forgive instantly. Forgive in the right moment when it happens. Move on. If it's needed, express your feelings, your view on the current situation in a reasonable way, not insulting on any matter, and you will be able to move on. Sometimes we just see things in a different way than someone else does, and most of the times we are annoyed of something because we have not understood what that person meant, because through today's society nobody wants to piss off anyone, and we are not communicating in a direct manner. We communicate through a flower in a really fluffy way and try to navigate around the real thing we want to say, and through that we are often misunderstood. And if we express how we understood that message, it sometimes, most of the times even, resolves itself. And therefore we have to take responsibility on us, because it's not the other person which is annoyed. It's not the other person which is angry or disappointed. The hate is in us. The disappointment, the anger, it is in us. So we have to take the responsibility to unravel, let that feeling go. And if we take that responsibility, we will certainly see how happy you can be. It is our responsibility to be happy for us, for ourselves. It's our happiness, it's nobody else's. And if we take responsibility for our feelings, we will not only make ourselves happier, but we will attract more happy people into our lives. People around us will feel that energy of happiness. They will see how often you smile and how more energy, motivation, inspiration and happiness you bring into discussions, meetings, in situations where things don't go your way. You will be more able to, I wouldn't say please someone else, because that's not what I'm trying to accomplish, but to get things the way they should be as a community, as a company, as a project team, as a family, as partners, to get in a way what both parties, what both sides want, because you remove your ego out of the equation. So it's not because it was always that way or it always happened that way, you always need to be right. We don't always need to be right. We just have to understand, and we have to put the empathy onto others. Use that empathy we have for someone we like, dislike, and put ourselves in their shoes. Try to understand them, and therefore be responsible for any situation we are in, any feeling we have. And if we do that, we can forgive ourselves for the feelings we had, the things we've done, the things we haven't done, and build the future through feelings, things we do, habits we build, we really truly desire, we want, and we're looking for our entire life. And never, ever limit the possibilities of your future based on anything that happened in the past. It's not the past. If humankind would have never done anything they haven't done in the past, we wouldn't have cars. We wouldn't even have used horses back then. We wouldn't have cell phones. You're probably listening to that right now on. There wouldn't be anything. We would probably have been extinct for hundreds of years because we wouldn't have had enough food anymore to survive. So it's not the past which defines us. It's the present and the things we do in the present which build, construct and develop the future we're supposed to have. So always remember, we are all humans, we all make mistakes. There's nothing wrong on doing mistakes. And everything, literally everything, starts with ourselves. Nothing can ever happen because somebody else did it. If you're not gonna get up in the morning, get dressed, you're not gonna get out of the bed. If you're not gonna get up, go for a run, hit the gym, you never got more lean. If you only put burgers into your mouth, you're never gonna lose weight. If you never pick up that book, listen to an audiobook, educate yourself through Google or any articles which have been countless written about on a topic you are interested in, you want to progress forward, you're never gonna learn new things. If you're not forgiving, you will never have that relationship you really and truly desire. So we have to forgive, move on, and be happy for what we have and what we will be able to construct, build, fulfill, and do to get forward. And if we focus on what we truly want, truly want, there's the word, we will truly get what we want. Be grateful for what you have, work on what you want, and if the progress to build and gain the knowledge to get you where you want to get, your life will be truly amazing. You will be driven to get out of your bed, to keep working on the things which make you happy, the things which will drive you forward, the connections you will build along the way around people which will uplift you if you have a maybe unhappy moment, downtime in your career, in your business, in hobbies, social connections, whatever it is you can put you down if you have those connections which always uplift you. And therefore I would like to thank you for listening. I'm your host, Max Röck, and until next time.